You've probably heard about the global chip shortage. It's affected everything from your new phone to the car you want to buy. But while the world scrambles for supply, a new giant is quietly waking up in the semiconductor race. And that giant is India. For decades, when we thought of chips, we thought of Taiwan, South Korea, and the United States. India, despite its software prowess, was barely on the hardware map. But things are changing, and they're changing fast. This isn't just about building a few factories. It's a massive strategic push to become a global semiconductor powerhouse. So how is India planning to pull this off, and what does it mean for the rest of the world? Let's dive in. The dream of an Indian-made chip isn't new. It's been talked about for years, but the plans never quite got off the ground. The investment was too high, the infrastructure wasn't ready, and the global supply chains were just too entrenched. So what's different now? Two big things: geopolitics and a whole lot of government cash. The pandemic and rising global tensions revealed just how fragile our supply chains are. Countries realize that being dependent on just one or two nations for something as critical as semiconductors is a huge risk. This created a golden opportunity. Suddenly, everyone was looking for a China plus one strategy, a reliable alternative for manufacturing. And India, with its massive talent pool and growing economy, stepped up to the plate. The Indian government saw this moment and went all in, announcing a massive $10 billion incentive package called the India Semiconductor Mission. The message was loud and clear: if you want to build chips, come to India, and we will help you make it happen. This isn't just a small subsidy. It's a comprehensive plan to cover up to 50% of the setup costs for new semiconductor fabs. That's a game changer. And the big players are listening. We're seeing a flurry of activity that was unthinkable just a few years ago. The Tata Group, a name synonymous with Indian industry, is leading the charge. They're setting up India's first major commercial semiconductor fab in Gujarat. This isn't a small pilot project. It's a full-scale facility aiming to produce 50,000 wafers per month. These chips will be used in everything from electric vehicles to consumer electronics, forming the backbone of India's high-tech future. Another huge project is also taking shape in Gujarat, this one from CG Power in partnership with Japanese and Thai firms. They're focusing on chips for power management and industrial applications. And in Assam, another Tata project is underway. This one focused on what's called a TMP, that's assembly, testing, marking, and packaging. Think of it as the final, crucial step in the chip-making process. While not as glamorous as fabricating the wafer itself, it's a vital part of the supply chain that India wants to master. These three projects alone represent over $15 billion in investment. This is real money, real factories, and a real statement of intent. The goal is to create a complete ecosystem. It's not just about the fabs. It's about attracting companies that design the chips, companies that supply the specialized gases and chemicals, and companies that build the complex machinery needed. But let's be realistic. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Building a semiconductor industry from scratch is incredibly difficult. One of the biggest hurdles is talent. While India has millions of engineers, very few have the highly specialized skills needed to run a modern chip fab. To tackle this, the government is partnering with universities to launch new courses and training programs. They're aiming to create a workforce of over 85,000 skilled professionals in the coming years, ready to power this new industry. Another challenge is infrastructure. Chip fabs need unbelievable amounts of clean water and uninterrupted, high-quality power. Any fluctuation can ruin millions of dollars worth of chips. That's why these first plants are being built in states like Gujarat, which have a strong track record of reliable industrial infrastructure. It's a test case for the rest of the country. So what kind of chips will India be making initially? They're not trying to compete with the most advanced, cutting-edge 3-nanometer chips made by giants like TSMC right away. That would be like learning to walk and trying to run an Olympic marathon on the same day. Instead, they're focusing on mature node chips, think 28 nanometers and above. Now, you might think mature means old or outdated, but that's not the case at all. These chips are the workhorses of the tech world. They are essential for cars, home appliances, industrial sensors, and a huge range of other devices. The demand for these chips is massive and growing. By focusing on this segment, India can build its capabilities, secure a profitable market, and avoid direct competition with the industry leaders, at least for now. It's a smart, strategic move. The long-term vision is clear: self-reliance and global leadership. India wants to reduce its dependence on imports. which currently account for nearly all of its semiconductor needs. By making chips at home, the country can secure its supply chain, boost its manufacturing sector, and create high-paying jobs. The Make in India initiative gets a massive boost. For the rest of the world, India's entry into the semiconductor race is a very good thing. It adds a major new player to the field, increasing resilience and diversifying the global supply chain. When one region faces a disruption, whether it's an earthquake or a political issue, having strong manufacturing hubs in other parts of the world helps keep the global economy running. So the journey has begun. The foundations are being laid, the investments are flowing in, and the ambition is sky high. It won't be easy, and there will be setbacks along the way. But the combination of government will, private sector ambition, and geopolitical timing has created a perfect storm for India's semiconductor dream to finally become a reality. The next few years will be crucial. We'll be watching closely to see these factories come online and start rolling out the very first made-in-India chips. This isn't just an industrial story. It's the story of a nation determined to claim its place at the top table of global technology. The Silicon race just got a whole lot more interesting. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this look into India's tech ambitions fascinating, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the technologies shaping our world. See you in the next video.